Hey, it's Jake Eldridge with Realty One Group Eminence. I want to talk today a little bit about some mistakes to avoid when renovating a home before you put it on the market for sale. So, number one, I would say is don't over personalize it. It can be tempting to make permanent changes that are not very subtle. And when resale time comes around, that custom tile with your initials built in or your favorite sports team being painted on the wall might not go over well with home buyers. Number two is making changes that contrast with your home's style. So it's a very common mistake to do major renovations to something like a classic farmhouse, updating it to a more modern style, especially if that renovation makes your home seem out of place compared to the others in your neighborhood. When searching for a home, buyers often pick neighborhoods based on certain appeal. So if your home is too far outside the others in your neighborhood, it could be more difficult to sell. Number three is changing your game plan. It can be very tempting while in the middle of a renovation to change your mind and do something different than what you planned for. But this can often create problems with your renovation being completed in the time frame that you needed, especially if you're under a time limit because the reason for selling is for a job change or relocation. And number four is trying to do it all on your own. Saving money by completing work yourself is always great, but getting into a renovation and realizing that the project was out of your wheelhouse can create problems with going over a budget because you have to bring in a contractor to finish the job. Make sure to research any renovations that you might be tackling before you dive into them head first. It's always better to avoid budget problems before they happen by making sure the job isn't too much for you to handle. So thank you. I appreciate the watch. If you do ever have questions regarding real estate, please feel free to contact me at 775-378-4976. You can also send a text to that number as well. If you're watching on any of my social media networks, they all have the ability for you to send me a direct message. Just click the send message button. I'm happy to answer questions that way. Or you can just drop any question you might have in the comments for this video, and I'm always happy to answer questions that way. It does also help out if someone has the same question as you. So thank you again for watching, and have a great night.